everyone, my name is Becky. Welcome to my channel Notes from the Sewing Room. Today's video is all about what I've made in September. This is actually part one of a two-part video because basically I've got lots to show you and I thought it'd be better to split it into two parts rather than having one really long video. So I hope you enjoy what I've got to show you. I've basically got a few things that I've made for myself and I've also got a few things that I've made for my new baby as well. If you are new to my channel is all about my dressmaking adventures. So if that's something that interests you, I'd love it if you could subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. Now, before I get started on my video today, you'll know if you are a kind of regular viewer that I was pregnant up until September. We're now in October, and you'll notice that now I'm not pregnant anymore, and that's because I've had my lovely baby boy. So I had William, he's called William Harold. I had him on the 20th of September and he's absolutely beautiful. So I'll put in a few pictures for you to see him. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I have posted a few pictures of him on Instagram already, but he's getting on really well, and yeah, we're just delighted that he's here and he's safe and he's well. So I'll keep you posted on how he's getting on, but yeah, he's absolutely adorable. So we absolutely adore him, obviously, and although he has been keeping me up in the night as babies do, so today I am a little bit tired, so hopefully I don't mess up my words too much in this video. You'll notice that I've got a nice cup of tea here to keep me going, and I've also got some lovely triple chocolate cookies as well, which a friend bought me. She got me a hamper, which I just thought was absolutely lovely of her, and it had got different things in to eat, chocolate and biscuits, and it also got some lovely dried flowers as well, which I've put in my window. So yeah, it's lovely of her. So we've had a lot of things for the baby, but to actually get a gift for myself, I know it sounds really selfish, but it was, you know, it's really lovely. So thank you very much to my friend Liz for doing that for me. I really appreciated it. So yeah, what have I got to show you today? Lots of things. So let's get to it. The first thing I wanted to talk to you about today is the top that I'm wearing. So as you'll see, I'm wearing a shirt today. If I just put my hair back a little bit, you'll be able to see. So this fabric was actually gifted to me from Minerva, and so that's for one of their blog reviews. So they gave me the fabric for free, and I put together a blog review in my own words to review the fabric. So the fabric is absolutely lovely. It's a cotton poplin fabric that I got from them, and it works perfectly for a shirt pattern like this. This is the Gilbert top from Helen's Closet Patterns. So this is the first time that I've used a Helen's Closet pattern, but I'll tell you, the instructions are absolutely amazing. I think they're probably the best instructions that I've seen in a long time. There's lots of different construction methods in here that, you know, were new to me. For example, I've never done a collar like this before, so that was brand new to me. It also uses the burrito method to kind of turn the shirt through, and it basically makes sure that the inside of the shirt is as smart as the outside of the shirt in terms of all of the seams being hidden and that kind of thing, in the kind of top yoke area. But yeah, it really talks you through that step by step, because I was really worried and I thought, I don't really know how to do the burrito method. Is it going to be easy? Is it going to be straightforward? But this is actually supposed to be for intermediate sewers, which I think is you know, a good way of marketing the pattern. However, I think if you have made quite a few garments before and you class yourself maybe as a kind of advanced beginner, you would be fine with this pattern just because the instructions are so good. Also, I found that the size chart in this was absolutely amazing. It really talks you through, you know, everything in that respect, step by step. I made the size 6, so this pattern actually goes from a size 0 to a size 30. So there's lots of you know, choice there of the sizes that you can make. I made the size 6 because that kind of fitted into my measurements, you know, the best. I decided to go for, there's two different versions in here, so you can actually go for the tie front version or basically a longer line version with bell sleeves. So this time I decided to go for the tie front version, so I'll just stand up so you can see it a little bit more. So it basically sits on my kind of waist area. It's not too short, which I really like, because I know some tie waist patterns can be a little bit on the short side. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. I quite like these sleeves as well because they're kind of not quite 3/4 length, but also not really short either. So yeah, I really am absolutely over the moon with this pattern, really, how it came together. I'm not regularly a kind of shirt wearer, but I just think this is so nice, and it's kind of got something casual about it. So I feel comfortable wearing it at home. I'd probably feel comfortable wearing it for the office, that kind of thing. I'm on maternity leave at the moment though, so I'm not going to be going to the office for a while, but you know, I've been doing jobs around the house today, and obviously looking after my baby William as well. I'm making this video, by the way, when he's being looked after by his dad in the other room, so I just thought I'd take this opportunity to come in and chat to you at this time. But yeah, I definitely recommend this pattern. It's absolutely amazing. I think it'd work well in a poplin like I've made it in. You can make it in a cotton lawn. I know Michelle from Sewing Bunny on Instagram and also on YouTube made it in a lovely cotton lawn, so that's basically next on my list of things to do. I think it would work well in a lot of different kind of lightweight fabrics, maybe a cotton gauze type fabric, like a double gauze type thing. I'm not sure, but you know, there's a whole world of possibilities, I think, of what you could make this shirt in, as long as it irons well, so that you can do you know, all the kind of detail sections, so that the shirt collar, there's a little bit of ironing involved to make the tie front section as well, so that you kind of hide all of the raw edges. But yeah, I definitely recommend this if you are new to Helen's Closet patterns as well, so it definitely gets 2 thumbs up from me. Now the next thing I wanted to show you is something that I have never made before, but I've always wanted to, and to be honest, I've been on the lookout for a denim jacket, so this kind of denim jacket, for a long time in terms of ready to wear denim jackets. I've looked in a range of different high street shops before lockdown and everything, and I've tried on quite a few, but I've never really found the perfect one for me. But so when Sew Over It released their latest ebook, which is the Summer Dreaming ebook, and I saw there was a denim jacket in there, I just thought, yeah, I've definitely got to make that pattern. So I looked in my stash, looked at what fabric that I'd got, because I am trying to work my way through my stash, as well as obviously sometimes buying a few new bits and bobs as well. And I found some stretch denim fabric, which I think I bought from Guthrie and Garney a while ago. So the Sorrento jacket doesn't actually call for a stretch denim, but for me, I thought it would be slightly more comfortable to wear rather than having something that was really stiff and maybe it'd be difficult to move around my shoulders and that kind of thing. So I decided to make it in this stretch fabric. I went for this kind of classic denim colour, so it's kind of like a navy that I've got here, and there is quite a lot of top stitching involved in the project, which does take a little bit of time. I decided to go for a regular thread rather than a top stitching thread, and I used the same colour throughout my whole project, so for sewing together the seams and for doing the top stitching. Part of the reason for that was time, because I really wanted to get the jacket finished before my baby arrived, and the other reason for that was that because it's the first time that I'd made a jacket like this, I didn't really want to be doing lots of top stitching that was visible in case I messed it up. So, but I think you could be really creative and use, you know, like a mustard thread perhaps to make it like a classic denim look if you were going for a colour of denim similar to mine. Or, you know, you could make it in a range of different coloured denims, perhaps a corduroy, or even maybe a kind of stiff velvet might work okay. I think you'd have to have a look at your fabric, check the weight, and go from there. But I would say that the denim that I've used is a kind of medium weight denim. It's just worked really, really well for this project. For a denim jacket, I thought, you know, it's going to take me a long time to cut out. There's going to be a lot of pieces involved. Not sure if I'll be able to kind of understand the instructions. You know, you have all these things go through your mind. But actually, the instructions are brilliant. It talks you through everything to do step by step. I think this is definitely a kind of intermediate sewer type pattern. Although, you know, you could have a go at it if you were slightly newer to sewing, but I think it is fairly complicated in that it's got quite a lot of panels to put together. You know, there is quite a lot of top stitching involved for the different elements of the pattern. You do have to insert a collar, which is as you can see on my mannequin here, but again that came together really well. I thought I might be fiddling around for a while with that, but I wasn't. It's got a lovely placket that runs down the front here. I decided to finish my jacket off using jeans buttons. I'd already got some jeans buttons that I'd bought from Amazon in my stash, so I decided to use those. I think they were left over from another project a while ago, but I'm pleased that I used the jeans buttons because I think it kind of gives it that professional finish. So if I make another one, I shall definitely use the jeans buttons again. They are really easy to put on if you've not used them before. I didn't use any particular gadgets or anything to put them on. I literally used a hammer, like a regular kind of hammer that you do DIY with, marked out where I was going to put the buttons in and then hammered the buttons on. It worked perfectly. So, but I'm just absolutely over the moon that I've made my own denim jacket. I'm a little bit annoyed at myself that I didn't make this project earlier in the summer, because now the weather's kind of turning a little bit. As I'm looking out of the window at the moment, it's kind of rainy and dull out there, and it is quite chilly. I mean, we are in October, so that's what you expect, but it would have been nice if I could have got a little bit more wear out of this jacket before packing it away for the winter. But it's absolutely a beautiful jacket. I have worn it a few times out and about already, and I'm just really pleased with it, and I'm pleased that I was able to make my own jacket rather than buying one from the shops as well. So one of the only changes that I made to the jacket was I decided not to put on the 2 patch pockets on the front of the jacket. The reason for that was that I thought I'm never really going to use the patch pockets on the front, and in the instructions it does actually say that if you want to make a toile of the jacket, then you could leave the pockets off, because it would save time in making the initial garment. So this isn't a toile, this is, you know, my finished garment really. But I decided that I wanted to get the project finished before William arrived. I wasn't obviously sure when he was gonna arrive, so, or when he was gonna come along, should I say. So I just wanted to kind of get it finished in good time so that one, I could get some wear out of it, and 2, it was all finished just in case I didn't really have much time for sewing. So that's why I decided to leave the pockets off, but I'm not missing them, and I actually really like the jacket without the pockets. So to be honest, if I was to make the jacket again, I think I would leave the pockets off next time as well. I will put some pictures in of me wearing the jacket so that you can see how it looks on. In terms of the finished length, it comes to my waist area, so it's not too cropped and it's also not too long either, which I think for me is perfect. It looks really nice with the kind of summery dress, and I think it would look really nice with a high-waisted skirt as well, or maybe high-waisted trousers if that's what you decide to wear. I'm not really a trousers type of person. I have got a few pairs of trousers, I do wear jeans, but I just find that trousers don't really suit me that much, so I tend to go for skirts and dresses instead. But this jacket looks really nice with skirts and dresses, so yeah, I made it in a size 10. I didn't make any changes to the sizing at all. I was a little bit worried about the width of the sleeves, because sometimes I find with sew over it patterns that the sleeves can be a little bit fitted on me, but I looked on Instagram quite a lot before I made this project, looking for inspiration of what other people had made the jacket in terms of fabric, and you know, what other people had said about it in terms of their reviews. And I messaged a couple of people and asked about the fit of the arms, and thank you to everyone that came back to me, because I didn't need to make any adjustments to the arms at all. I know a few of you said that the arms were fairly generous, and you didn't need to make any adjustments, so thank you for the feedback. I really appreciate it. So I didn't make any changes either, and I'm pleased with the final fit. So one area that I really enjoyed about making for this project was the sleeve placket area. So I decided to finish my sleeve off with some bias binding that I'd already got in my stash. So I used a navy bias binding that's got little white spots on it, and then I finished off the cuff with another jeans button as well. You can actually see there's a little bit of bias binding when I'm wearing the jacket, but I think that adds some kind of element of fun to the jacket, and yeah, it just makes it a little bit different, and certainly different to shop bought jackets as well. So it's obviously up to you if you were going to make this jacket, and you might decide to do that or not. But I'm really pleased with that, and I would decide to, if I made this jacket again, to use some shop bought bias binding again on my cuffs, because I think that worked really well. But I think, to be honest, this is probably one of my proudest ever makes. I absolutely love it, and I'm just so proud that I've managed to make myself a denim jacket. So I'm sure it's not absolutely perfect, and I'm sure you know, plenty of people have perhaps made ones that you know, have got different kind of details on and things like that, but for me, I love it, and I would definitely recommend the Sorrento jacket if you haven't tried it already. Now, what else have I been making? So I've got a few other things to show you here, so I shall get onto it. So I've recently subscribed to the So Hayley Jane subscription boxes, and I got some fat quarters in those boxes. You get 4 fat quarters if you do subscribe to the classic box, and I decided to make some face masks from some of those fat quarters that I had. So I've got one here to show you at the moment. I decided to use this kind of blue fabric, so I'll hold it up to the camera so you can see the detail a little bit more. It's got blue with some kind of red spots and kind of pinwheel details on it, so I'll hold that up, you can see the design a little bit more. And I decided to go for the ear elastic as well. In terms of the pattern that I use for this, I use Patrick Grant's pattern, which is a free pattern. So Patrick Grant, as in from Sewing Bee, he has a downloadable pattern that you can print off at home and put together a mask like this. It comes together really, really nicely. If you haven't got a printer at home, it does actually also give you instructions of how to make the mask without printing the pattern, so that's also an option. I really like the fit of this mask. It's nice and full, if you know what I mean, so it really covers your face nicely, and I like that it's got the kind of ear elastic as well, because I'm finding that slightly more comfortable than wearing elastic around the back of my head. So I've been making face coverings for me, my husband, and also a few people in my family as well. So but I definitely recommend this pattern if you haven't tried it already. I had actually made a video a while ago about another face mask that I liked the fit of, which you can check back if you want to see one of my other videos on that, and that was also a no pattern face mask, so that was also a good one to try. All you needed was obviously fabric, scissors, etc., and a plate to draw around, so just a regular dinner plate, and that was more of a round type mask rather than a kind of rectangular shaped one like this. But the fat quarters work really well to make face coverings, so if you are looking for inspiration of what to use your fat quarters for, then face coverings is a good thing to do. When we're talking about fat quarters, actually, I wanted to ask you if you would be interested in me putting together a video all about what we could use fat quarters for. It's something that I was interested in doing, and I was also wanting your opinion on me putting together some videos about making Christmas gifts, and also using fat quarters to make Christmas bits and pieces for around the house. So if that's something that you're interested in, please do leave me a comment below. I'd really appreciate that. And also if you've got any ideas of things that I could make in terms of Christmas crafts, or other things that I could use fat quarters for, I'd love it if you could leave me a message as well, and I would get back to you as soon as I can. So something else that I've made quite a few of recently, obviously with the arrival of a new baby, we're going through absolutely loads of bibs. So when I'm feeding him, he does tend to get milk everywhere. So I'm using lots of muslin cloths, which I did make quite a few of during my pregnancy, and also I made quite a few bibs, but I decided to make another one this month as well. So I've used this fabric, which I got from by Grisilla Fabrics. I actually bought the fabric to make myself a cocoa top, so I've cut out the cocoa top, so I'm hoping to sew that together soon, so I'll hopefully get to show you that on my maybe October makes video, but because I'd got a little bit of the fabric left over, and I really don't like to waste my scraps, so I just thought it'd be really nice to make William a little bib. So I'll just hold this up to the camera so you can see. It's got a nice apple design on it, and it's got these blue and white chunky stripes as well, which I just think is super cute. And I finished off the back by adding on some Velcro, so it's easy to put on and easy to take off. So it's a kind of boomerang shaped bib. There's lots of different tutorials online and patterns that you can download. I think I got this from Brindle and Twig, I think, the pattern, but I'm not sure now if I'm honest. But this was made in a newborn size. But yeah, it's plenty big enough for William at the moment, and it's super absorbent as well, it being jersey. So I recommend that if you are looking to make a bib for perhaps your baby or a friend's baby, or anything like that. So yeah, but that's a winner for me at the moment. So the final thing that I wanted to show you in today's video is something that I talked about making a while ago on one of my earlier videos. And again, it's something for William, but it's something that also, when William is finished with it, that I think we could use as a throw in the house as well, or maybe like a cover for the bed or something like that. So I'll just move my tea out of the way just to show you. So I've made a play mat. So this has basically been made out of lots of pieces of scrap fabric that I had. As you'll see when I hold it up, all of the pieces are slightly different sizes. So if you are into quilting and you're into kind of measuring things precisely, etc., then you know, this project might not be for you. But I decided to just stitch my pieces together. I wasn't worrying about the sizes that they were really. I just wanted to have similar colour fabrics together, and I wanted to make it look pretty and interesting. I wanted to have different pictures on here as well, so that when William is a little bit older, I can talk to him about what the different things are on the playmat. So for example, I've got some honeybees on here and honey pots. I've got some buses. I've got a kind of big wheel. There's some pictures of some tops and some Eiffel Towers. I've got some duck pictures on here. So there's all kinds of things that I can talk to William about when he's a little bit bigger. Although, to be honest, I'm chatting to him all the time now anyway, even though he's only 3 weeks old. But I'm just going to hold this up so you can see it. So I finished off the back by using some fleece. So this wasn't fleece fabric that I bought. It was actually a throw that I've got in my kind of house already. I think I bought it from Primark quite a long time ago. But we've used it around the house for ages, and I just decided that, do you know what, I'm going to buy some new throws for the living room. So I wanted to reuse this fleece that I'd already got, and it saved me having to buy some more backing fabric, if I'm honest, as well. So I'm just going to hold this up. But I'm really pleased with it. I used some quite chunky wadding on the inside of the playmat to make it nice and cushioned for him to lie on. We can either use this full size, or we could use it doubled over just to make it extra chunky. So I'm just going to hold this up, as you can see. So we've got this duck fabric, which is the yellow. We've got some leftover Cath Kidston fabric here, which has got the red buses on. This is leftover from a skirt that I made, which has got honey pots on. You may recognise this yellow fabric here with the stripes on. That was left over from a shirt project I made over the summer. I hold up the rest, you can see. So we've got lots of different panels on here. And then we've got the grey fleece on the back as well, so which makes it nice and soft and cushioned. So I'm really pleased with that. It works well sitting underneath baby William's play gym that we've got for him, and I think it will also just be really good for us sitting on the floor and just playing with other toys and things when he's a little bit bigger. So if you are expecting a baby, or you want to make something for a friend's baby, or maybe a member of your family, then this was a really straightforward project to do. Like I say, I didn't really pay too much attention to what size the panels were that I was cutting out. I just looked at what scraps I've got, kind of roughly, looked at what size they were, and tried to put them together. Then I added on the wadding, and then I basically stitched the two different right sides together. So the right side of the quilt and also the right side of the fleece, then left an opening, turned the whole thing through, and then top stitched that little area to finish off the throw or the playmat, and close up the open section. So it was a fairly quick project to put together, although it has taken me a while. I could have got it done a lot quicker than I did, but I don't know why. I kind of started it, put it to one side. I was looking for some backing fabric, and then I just had this brainwave that I could just use this fleece that I'd already got, so that's when I finished it off. I also was eager to get that finished before William actually arrived as well, so I'm really pleased that I got that done. And I think it's something that we're going to use for years to come, so we'll use it when William's little, but like I say, I think it would also work really well as a throw for the bed or a throw for the sofa, or even to take out for a picnic or something like that in the car. So I think it's something that will last a really long time, so I'm really pleased with it. It's quite nice sometimes to make other things that are not just clothes as well, because I do make a lot of clothes for myself, as you'll know if you have watched any of my other videos, but it is quite nice to make things for either other people, stuff for the house, or, you know, useful practical things like this that, you know, will have quite a lot of longevity as well. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. So I hope you've enjoyed watching today's video and you've enjoyed learning about some of the things that I've been making. Part 2 of my September makes will be on my channel next week, so please do check that out. I do tend to upload my videos on Fridays, so if you do check out my video channel on Friday, then hopefully you'll see my new video on there. I'd really appreciate that. If you have enjoyed watching today's video, please do hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, hitting that notification bell as well, so that you get to see all of my latest content. I really enjoy making my videos, so I hope you enjoyed watching them as well. If you have got any feedback about anything that I've showed you in today's video, I'd love it if you could leave me a comment below, and I'll try and get back to you as quickly as I can. I do love to hear about what you're making as well, so you know, if you did want to leave me a message about that, that would be lovely, because I do get quite a lot of you know, inspiration from things that other people make. I probably wouldn't have made this shirt that I'm wearing today if it wasn't for seeing and hearing about, you know, other people's Gilbert tops, to be honest. So but yeah, thank you for all your inspiration, I really do appreciate it. But today I shall leave it there and say see you soon. Bye.